Hello everyone, and you're welcome. In this example, we're going to create a face binding effect, just as we can see here on the screen. So let's go ahead and begin. Hello guys, and you're welcome. So let's begin creating our first project. To really take advantage of Effect House, you need to have an internet connection because you can use that to not just authenticate the program, you can quickly test your program or project on TikTok, and you can have access to the asset library. So what we first want to do is to create a face binding effect. And there are two ways we can do that. Let's go to the quick access toolbar here and just click it. It's the gear icon that looks like the screwdriver and a wrench. And let's go to face sticker. And face sticker is going to attach a 2D texture to a human face. So let's go ahead and just click on face sticker. Now, when I do that, what happens is it's add a face binding component here on the hierarchy, and it has also embedded an image. So what is an image? So basically it's an empty texture, and whatever texture you put here, it's going to be the texture that's going to be used on this face. So let's see how we can use some of those textures. If you don't have your assets, you can use example assets, which is a great way to just get up and running, and you don't have to worry about, getting additional assets. And to find an asset, let's go to the asset library. So here, let's click on the asset library. And under the categories over here on the left, let's click on stickers. And on the stickers, we have subcategories like Christmas, vector, gummy, embroidery. I'll just go over the cute category and scroll down till I find something very plain and simple I'd like to use. Now in this course, you can feel free to pick anything cute at all. I think this pixel heart is so cute. So let's click on this pixel heart and I'll click import. So once we've imported this pixel heart, I'll just go ahead and click this X button here. We can see the pixel heart over here under the assets category. If we click the drop down arrow and click down on textures, you can see the pixel heart right here, and we can see a cute little pixel heart in the inspector. Remember when I said the inspector is context sensitive? So if I click on the camera, I'll see the properties of the camera. If I click on our face binding effect, we'll see the properties of the face binding. And if we click on the image, we'll see the properties of the image. So here on the properties of the image, under texture, we can see the default texture. This is the default texture, and we want to change this default texture. So all we need to do, there are two ways we can do this. First, we'll click on the default texture itself, and it will look for any texture we have in our project, which is this pixel heart. So if I click the pixel heart, it's going to be placed right here over the face of our model. We can also left click the pixel heart and drag it all the way over here and place it into the texture slot. That's going to work as well. So we can begin to do things like resize. I'll just resize this and drag this over to the forehead, just like that. So how do we test this face binding? Because we have an image and we've bound that image to the face. If I go to the show 3D, it's going to show us a 3D model like that with this image on the forehead like so. So there's a sample image in 3D view with this image on the forehead. I'll just push this slightly forward like so we can see this. So let's go back to show 2D. If you want to preview this, we can click the preview button at the top. Right next to the quick access toolbar on the left, we can click the preview. The preview is a great way to actually show you what's happening on your object in 3D space. We can change things on the preview. For example, we can set this to the idle person 1 such that it's going to be fixed, and we can use that to properly position the image like that on the subject, like so. So if I wanted to see how this looks, I can do things like change the face to nodding person 1, idle person 1, but I like to see how it looks like when the head turns. So I'll click on head turn person 1. Now, in case you have the visual scripting window open, always remember we can go up here at the top and click on it to deselect it so you can have more space to work on. Also, we can also deselect this view, but I just like having the scene view in place. All right. So by just setting up this, you've created your first face binding effect. In our next lesson, we're going to learn how we can add some interaction. Basically, what happens when we do things like open the mouth, when we blink, and all that. So see you guys in the next lesson. And feel free to change and import any different image into your project by going to the asset library, checking for any category, and importing any assets. You can always swap your assets when you have them imported, but please note sometimes you might have to have internet connectivity to be able to download these assets. For example, instead of using the heart, we can go back to our image on the face binding, go to our texture section and click on that texture, and we'll click the wiggle love anim text. This is an animated text. So basically that simply means it's going to have some basic animations. Now here on the 2D view, you might actually notice that you have the animated text showing here. If you don't want that, just go to wiggle love and click on it to make it disappear. And there you have it. If you want to preview this on TikTok, you can go to preview on TikTok. So see you guys in the next lesson.